agenda na mayroong mga bills pending. Nakita nyo yung mga pending na treaty, pinasa lang muna namin. Then we suspended to allow the budget deliberations and the budget hearings, I should say, to allow the budget hearings to continue without stoppage. Kasi nangyayari every 3 p.m. because of the session, they have to stop the budget hearings and the other hearings of the different the committees, because the only way we can get the agenda into the plenary is when the committees are done and are ready to report out the bills. One thing that I'm sure not a lot of people are aware of, or there are few who are not aware of the fact that the Senate works on committees, through committees. The Senate works through committees. We don't work in plenary. We work through committees. Kaya ang mga bills at ang agenda ay nanggagaling sa committee work. And in this case, because of the single most important piece of legislation to be passed, the budget, the GAA for 2026, we should be very clean, other than what happened in the 2025 budget. Yeah, I think it needs our full attention, and that is the reason that in this suspension of the final week of adjourn na isang house, kailangan merong 3 days notice yung isa kung siya ay mag-a-adjourn ng maaga or mag-a-adjourn na delay. The maximum allowed is 3 days. And that is the reason that they will adjourn on the 13th, but we will adjourn on the 10th. Okay? Ayun. Okay, yun. Now, why are they adjourning on the 13th? And this is, of course, born out of my talks with Speaker Boji D and their majority leader and their minority leader and the chairman of the appropriations, si Congresswoman Representative Swansea. Ang napag-usapan is they will not be given by the President the certificate of urgency. So they needed that instead of passing on second reading on the 10th and passing on third reading on the 10th, because they can only do that if there is a certification of urgency by the President. The President does not want to certify the budget as urgent so that there will be time to go through the budget in at least 3 days para mabasa mabuti kung tama lahat yung pinapalala. I think that is the thinking himself. The President himself said that. Ayaw niya nung i-shortcut yung 3-day rule. So ganun din. Pagdating sa Senate yan, ganyan na rin yan. I'm sure he will not.
Pero sir, usually po merong certification nun sir, na taon-taon, parang normal po siya.
Taon-taon, dahil pinapass break.
Opo.
Ayaw nga ni Presidente ngayon na maisip daw na ipapass break. So ayaw niya nung 3-day rule, according to Speaker Boji. So I'm sure, I expect the same thing in the Senate.
Hindi nyo yung napag-usapan sa LEDAC? Hindi nyo po napag-usapan with the President yun sa LEDAC?
Nabanggit din niya, pero in passing. And in the LEDAC, we were able to coordinate lang or pinagsama-sama namin yung bills ng mga senador, top 3 each. Pero may mga ibang hawig-hawig, kaya total was 68. And in the House, 100 something, 200 something. And then, meron ang DepEd, yung DepEd meron. So pinagsama-sama namin yun. In the first regular session of the 20th Congress, which is now, at least there are 12 in the LEDAC that was agreed upon in the LEDAC and with the President's consent.
Sir, yung hindi po pag-certify as urgent nung budget, hindi naman siya makaka-affect or makaka-delay dun sa proseso?
Hindi, makakabuti. Sapagkat lagi na lang eh. Nagmamadali ang Congress nung araw pa hanggang ngayon. Pagdating nung aapurahin yung pagpapapasa on second reading, tapos hihingi ng certification sa Presidente para the 3-day rule is removed. Papasa na rin on the same day. Tanong, nabasa nyo ba? Di ba? Tanungin mo yung mga congressman at mga senador. Nabasa nyo ba pagkatapos ng second reading? Di ba? So maganda talaga na tama yan na hindi approve on the same day. You have 3 days to go over and review what you approve on second reading before you vote in a nominal vote on the third reading.
Sir, dahil po dun, bukod sa insertion, sir, yung ganong paspasan, naging paraan din, sir, para mailusot yung insertions.
Correct. Pag hindi in-approve on second reading, at somewhere along the way pinasok ang amendment or in the BICAM, pinasok insertion yun. Yun ang insertion. Yun ang hindi natin dapat tinotolerate. Kahit anong ganda ng insertion. Sabi mo, pagpapagawa ng ospital sa kung saan lugar. Ang importante is you do it in plenary so talagang naka-record kung sino nag-propose, ano pinropose at saan kukunin yung pambayad doon sa pinopropose niya. Maliwanag, hindi yung nangyayari ng mga nakaraan which was highlighted by the 2025. Kaya pumutok lahat ito dahil sinabi ng Presidente bigla sa SONA na nagulat siya sa 2025 budget. Biglang yung unprogrammed hindi mo alam sino naglagay, saan ang galing, sinong gumamit, di ba? So, and again, I have discussed it with our chairman of the Committee on Finance. We will, as much as possible, and if possible, 100%, no unprogrammed funds.
Sir, anong decision po dyan, sir?
Oh yeah, kami ni Senator Gatchalian.
So, yung final decision na yun, sir?
We will make sure that when we discuss the budget finally on second reading, before third reading, there should be no unprogrammed funds. I-program natin kung anong kailangan ng executive, ano talaga dapat, i-program natin.
Paano yung mga
Para
joint
maliwanag,
assistant?
kitang-kita, hindi yung pagdating ng nakapasa na yung budget, biglang, ganyan, pwede rito, ganito, pwedeng ilipat dito, hindi pwede yun.
Sir, paano po yung mga foreign assistant daw?
Hindi natin gagalawin yun. Yung foreign assisted lang ang i-allow natin doon sa tinatawag na ang program funds. Yung lang foreign assisted. Wala nung singit.
SP,
Ispisan niya po ba may UE agad? And would you know kung magkano yung gift for 2020?
I have to check. I think you'd better ask Senator Gatchalian that question. Medyo yan. I will be talking off my hat if I answer that. And I answer it wrongly. No.
SP, sorry, hindi pa rin ako naka-move on kay Senping. Sir, yung tawag niya sa inyo kahapon, SP, nagpaalam na siya formally na bababa na siya ng Blue Ribbon. Can we say that?
Wait, let me recall. Sino ba tumawag? Ako ba tumawag o siya tumawag? Teka. No, I sent him a text. I said, can you take a call? He called. No. And then I said na ano ba partner yung sinabi mo sa media? Sabi nga niya. Sabi niya, hindi, magsasabi talaga ako sa'yo. Sabi niya na natanong lang ako. Parang like that. And then, it's very frustrating. Alam mo naman, sabi niya. Ganun yung conversation namin. And the rest of the conversation is private conversation. You should not ask.
As far as yung pagbabata mo.
What is that again?
Nagpaalam na si Senping sa inyo sa pagbabalik sa Blue Ribbon.
Sinasabi niya nagpaplano siya na mag-resign.
So, non-final.
Well, until I receive the letter or he stands up on the floor and says he's resigning, he plans to resign. That's the accurate phrase. He's planning to resign.
Pero sa plenary lang po siya pwede mag-resign.
Ha?
Sa plenary po.
Pwede siyang sumulat. Pwede rin sa plenary. Pero what will happen is that we will, if he does that on the floor or he sends a letter, the only time he's deemed resign is when we elect a new chairman. Di ba? Technically. Unless he says, no, I'm resigning now. And I'm sending the letter now. Unless he does that, then bakante bigla yung Blue Ribbon.
Yung caucus po sa Wednesday,